Hello, A Day with Caleb. We are back doing some media pickups as well as a game and a fantastic book which we will kind of scroll through. So I hope you're ready for some good pickups. We'll start with the media, and the media we got from Macari, from eBay, and eBay, and one from Josh, and we'll start with the one from Josh. If you remember, months back we got some free movies from our friends Daniel and David, and this was one of the movies. This was in Josh's pile, and you might remember I got some others back from him from that massive score, but this is another one from that initial find. 7 days in Intaby. I hope I'm saying that right. 7 days in Intaby. A hijacked flight from 1976. So it looks really interesting. I don't know why Josh passed on it, but we'll check it out and see if it's good or not. Comment down below if you've seen this. Is it a good film? Is it a cool kind of hijack action film? And this one, I was not babysitting. They act like babies sometimes. I was pet sitting, and they have three dogs, three cats. They have a bearded dragon, which she's awesome. But anyway, they have Hulu and a couple other streaming services that I don't have, including, was this on HBO Max? Including HBO Max. So I actually watched this months ago. Clifford the Big Red Dog. And I was doing some projects there on my laptop, and just kind of put this on, like, it'd be going in the background. I can really dig in and do some work, but I actually got sucked into the story and ended up just watching the film. So I wanted to have it on physical media because it is cool. A year or so ago I saw a set photo with this big, like, plastic, it wasn't really a dog, but it was more of reference for the characters, and it looked a little jarring, but I'm glad that this Clifford turned out good in the film. Obviously, it's a big CGI dog, but if we compare it to other films like Cry of the Wild with Harrison Ford, that dog, it's like it's just there. There's no life. You don't see it interacting with the world around the dog. So it kind of takes you out of it. Even though this is like a 13-foot red dog, he interacts with the world around him, so it makes you connect more with Clifford than you do with Cry of the Wild. So fantastic film. And this one haven't seen yet, but we're on the way to watching it. Sonic the Hedgehog 2. We have Tails in this one. We have Knuckles. Big fan of the video games back in the day. Our primary console was Super Nintendo, but one time we were at our cousin's house, and we just played Sonic 2 over and over, usually I was Tails, sometimes I would be Sonic, but going through those levels, we eventually did get a Sega Genesis. So happy that they made a sequel, because the sequel, just kind of like Detective Pikachu, Sonic the Hedgehog surprised me. In Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, they have the ugly Sonic, which we saw in kind of the early commercials. He was great in that. But they fixed it. They made Sonic the Hedgehog believable. And it was a good story. So I'm hoping the sequel will kind of pick up and have some of that charm and charisma. And of course my boy James Marsden, Cyclops, he will always be Cyclops to me. And from what I read, this might be Jim Carrey's last acting role. He says he's retiring. So we'll see if that holds true. Some people say they retire and then the money's too good, so they come back. You could name lots of actors. Tom Brady, of course, retired for like 41 days. Now he's back playing football, and TB12, he is the GOAT with football. Then we have what looks like a good heist film, action film. That is Money Train, Woody Harrelson, Wesley Snipes, and J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez. So that's cool. And I'm trying. So two brothers, both are transit cops who work undercover. Oh, and one of them decides to rob the money train. Okay, interesting. Now it kind of reminds me a lot of Pelham 1, 2, 3, the original and the remake. It kind of has that vibe. So looking forward to checking this one out. Then this one, The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey. Yes, if you've seen my special edition section, you know that I did have this. It's like a 2-disc special edition DVD, but I did not have the extended edition, and this is the only Lord of the Rings prequel or sequels that I did not have an extended edition on. I have all the Lord of the Rings trilogy in those cool extended box sets, and then I had 2 and 3, Desolation of Smaug, and oh boy, Battle of the Five Armies. I had both of those extended, so I needed the first one extended edition as well, because I haven't seen this extended edition, even though it probably doesn't hold a candle to the original Lord of the Rings extended stuff, because they dive deep into the creation, how they build the swords, the armor, the miniature sets, just fantastic. Obviously the Hobbit trilogy they made it into a trilogy after Peter Jackson had to step back in because Del Toro, I guess, left for creative differences or scheduling, whatever excuse they want to use, but they made this tiny little prequel book, The Hobbit, into 3 movies. You could do that with Lord of the Rings because they, in and of itself, they have loads of material in each book that they had to pare down for the films. This one they had to pare out stuff to make a trilogy. It's pretty decent, not as good as Lord of the Rings films, but anyway, we got the extended version, so looking forward to checking that out. Then we finally got, I pre-ordered this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Cowabunga Collection, and this has a bunch of games from your childhood. They don't list here, but I will be doing a playthrough series with most of the games on here. I think there's a couple that we will not play, and some of the games have multiple versions. Like Turtles in Time has the arcade version and it has the Super NES version, which is great. I want to play both of those, but we will not do a playthrough video on both versions of that. And then I think the Tournament Fighters has 2 versions. So we're at least going to do 4 or 5 playthroughs on the games in here. There's some regular Nintendo, there's Super Nintendo, there's arcade versions, there's Game Boy versions, and there's a Sega Genesis version. So, hope you're ready. That'll drop in a month or so, I believe. I'm not exactly sure the timing. But in the near future, we'll have playthroughs from this, and Josh will be joining us on a couple. So, hope you're ready for that. Then we end with one of the coolest things, and that is Mary Kay and Ashley's Walt Disney World Adventure. And now I'll go ahead and wrap it up, but we'll kind of film the flip through version. So like, subscribe, share with a movie lover. Until next time, keep collecting, and we'll end with the flip through. And this looks fantastic. They're just going through all the parks. This is like a mini time capsule, if you will. And with, of course, my twins that I grew up with was in the fan club, of course. They're around my same age, I think almost 2 years apart. So, and Splash Mountain, according to this was like 98, 97. Our first time on Splash Mountain was 1993. If you've seen that video of my first trip to Walt Disney World, and then of course they had to promote their stuff. So that is cool. Until next time, guys, we'll see ya. Bye.